Okay, so now we have a question which is not from an actual IGCSE paper, but it's from elsewhere, and I actually put this question onto one of my worksheets about percentages just at the time when the syllabus changed and they added exponential increase and decrease, and finding by trial and error the number of years or steps or months it takes for a certain amount to change to a particular value. And that's why I basically added this question to that worksheet, which wasn't from the IGCSE. So one of my students has requested that I answer this question. He's going through that particular worksheet, so I thought I would answer it and put it up as well in some random folder, having year to under. But anyway, no problem. Hopefully this will benefit some of you. So Paolo on the 1st of January 2010. By the 1st of January 2011, the value of the car had reduced by 20%. So it's gone down, the value had gone down by 20%. Okay, so the value had reduced by 20%. Okay, by the 1st of January 2011. By the January 1st, 2012, the value of the car had reduced by 15%. It's gone down by 15%. Okay, it's reduced by 15%. Okay, the value on the car on the 1st of January 2012 was 18,700. Find how much Paolo paid for the car. So there's a number of ways we could do this. Now, one of the ways we can do this is say, okay, if it's reduced by 20%, that means it's now 80% of what it was in the beginning. Okay, so if it was X at the beginning, which we don't know what it is, if you multiply that by 0.8, which is 80% as a fraction, 80% as a decimal, sorry. If you multiply that by 0.8, that will tell you its value by the 1st of January 2011. So this whole thing will be the value of the car by the 1st of January 2011. And then it's reduced by another 15%. So all of this amount is reduced by 15%. If it's reduced by 15%, that means it's 85% of what it was. Okay, it's 85%, which is equal to 0.85. Okay, so this whole amount is reduced by 15%, so now it's 0.85, okay, of what it was. So if we calculate this, it should give us, okay, we can't calculate this. All right, we have another step to do, obviously. It says, so this is going to be its value on the 1st of January 2012, which is 18,700. Okay, that's the value on the 1st of January 2012. So the amount it was in 2010 reduced by 20%, so multiplied by 0.8, and that's the amount it was by the 1st of January 2011, and that again was reduced by 15%, so now it's 85% of what it was, and then its value became $18,700. So if I want to find what X is, I simply have to just take 18,700 and divide it by 0.8 times 0.85, and that should give me the correct value. So I have 18,700 divided by 0.8 times 0.85. So 18,700 divided by 0.8 times 0.85, both of them in the denominator, which gives me 27,500. So it's $27,500. A nice simple way of doing a question like that. Okay, so 27,500 is what I write here. Okay, it's an exact answer. Okay, so that's part A. Okay, that's like compound percentages. Okay, reducing by a certain percentage. Normally it says it reduces by 20% each year. So he says times 0.8 times 0.8. Okay, or 0.8 squared. Okay, but here it's reducing by a different percentage in the second year, so that's why you deal with it in this way. Okay, now part B, the value of a car reduces by 15% every year from 2012. Find the year in which the value of the car will first be below 25% of the price Paolo paid in 2010. So the first thing we need to do is look at the price he paid for it in 2010, okay, which is what we just found now. Okay? Yeah, so it's 27,500, so we've got to use that value. So we got to first find 25% of 27,500. Okay, which is equal to 0.25 times 27,500. Okay, what does that give us? 0.25 times 27,500. Yep. 6,875. Whoops, 6,875. Okay, so it says find the year in which the value of the car will first be below 25%. So first be below 6,875. Okay, so the value of the car reduces by 50% every year. So you're going to have the original value, which is 27,500. Okay, and you're going to multiply that by, it's going down by 15%. That means 0.85 to the power of x, the number of years, which we have to find, and that's, we're going to find out when it first equals 6,875. Now there's a method to use to do this which you haven't learnt and which is not part of our syllabus, using logarithms, so I'm not going to go through that as it's not part of our syllabus, because there are ways for us to do this without using that, and basically that's by using what's called trial and error. So you try different values of x, okay, and you see which one gives us the required value. Okay, so you just set up your calculator in the following method, following form. So you say 27,500 multiplied by 0.85 to the power of, and you try something. For example, let me just try, for example, 10. And let me see what I get. Okay, if I try x equals 10, I get 5,414, so it's not too far off. When I try x equals 10, I get 5,414, which is too low. It means I've got to try a number which is less than 10, because you see, the bigger the number this is, okay, the smaller the answer is going to get, because this is being reduced, you see. So let me try x equals 9 and see what happens with x equals 9. So I don't have to type it all again. I just go back here, press delete, take away those numbers and replace it with a 9, and that gives us 6,369. Okay, 6,369. Again, that's slightly too low. That's just right. That's what we want. Okay, we want it to be. Okay, let's just check. Let's try x equals 8. Okay, because it might be that x equals 8. See, this is now close to 6,875, but it might be x equals 8 gets us even closer to that. Let's try x equals 8. So go back, change that 9 to an 8, and see what we get. Okay, x equals 8 gives us 7,493. 7,493. Okay. All right, now, so we can see that the first time it drops below, okay, 6,875 is during the 8th year. Okay, in the beginning of the 8th year, its value will be 7,493. Okay, and the beginning of the 9th year, it's going to be 6,369. And if you look at the wording of the question, it says find the year in which the value will first be below 25% of the price Paolo paid in 2010. So it's going to be during this 8th year, during the 8th year. Okay, so if the first year was, we looked at the beginning price was on 2010. Okay, so he started off as 27,500 in 2010. Okay, after 8 years, okay, after 8 years, all right, the beginning of the 8th year, okay, that's 2018, its value was 7,493, okay, and at the beginning of the 9th year, its value was 6,369. Okay, so the first time its value dropped below 6,875 was during this year. in the year 2018. Before you reached 2019, its price had first dropped below 6,875. So that's why we don't write our answer as 2019, because it's not during 2019 that its value first dropped. It was during the year 2018. Before 2018 came to an end, its price had already dropped below $6,875. Okay, I hope that's clear. That's something that confuses some students. They say, why isn't it 2019? Because that's when it's, that's when it's gone below that value. No, it's during this, before we got to that year. It's during the year before it, during the year 2018, when its value has gone below that, because by the time you reach 2019, it's already below it. Okay, so it's in the year 2018. That's why you write 2018 as your answer. Okay, so it's important for you to understand that point. Okay, thank you.